There we go, that's much better. Mr. Tim Sutton, country head of UNICEF Sri Lanka, and the rest of the UNICEF Sri Lanka team, Premara Ratnavira from UNESCO and the rest of the UNESCO team, Mr. SLMUN, Charge d'Affaires, Sajid Bandara, one of my best friends, and Assistant State Counsel, members of the former SLMUN committees, Secretary General Venuri Kalinga, and the SLMUN 2018 committee, parents, and most importantly, delegates. First of all, I'm truly honored and humbled to be here today and speaking right now in front of you all, especially given that it was not too long ago I was standing here as the Secretary General, ready to declare open the first session of Sri Lanka Model United Nations. So, I'm about to take you all on a journey. Let me set the scene first. It was the year 2005, 13 years ago, on a hot summer day in New Delhi, India. Well, pretty much every day is hot over there. So, it was 7 Anandians, Thamara De Silva, Sajid Bandara, Kemia Kodituaku, Shanaka Jayatilaka, Eraj Gunawardana, Kidmina Hevage, and myself, accompanied by Mr. Lavala, the teacher in charge, on our way to our first MUN in a big Tata bus. As we were passing the red Ford, I distinctively remember Mr. Lavala posing the question, why don't we do something like MUN, but different? And being a bunch of ambitious 14-year-olds, our immediate response was, sir, challenge accepted. That incident led to the birth of Simulation of South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation, also known as SLMUN. A few months later, we organized a successful conference in the heart of Colombo. While being busy organizing conferences, we kept attending more and more conferences around the world, including Indian MUN, Delhi Public Schools MUN, UNA USA, to gain more experience so we could improve the quality of our conference at home. By 2007, SLMUN was a must in the MUN circuit in Sri Lanka and in certain parts of India. However, due to the limited number of countries and committees or the high demand, we had to ask ourselves a simple question. Why don't we do something different? An obvious answer was, challenge accepted. That led to the birth of Sri Lanka Model United Nations in 2008. So, why SLMUN? Amidst the ongoing civil war, the dawn of year 2008 brought even more turbulence when the government took an offensive stance by formally withdrawing from the ceasefire agreement. And at this point in time, national unity was of paramount importance. So we wanted to make a difference through uniting the next generation of leaders. We did that by creating a safe space through SLMUN and connecting young leaders from all 4 corners of the island and even beyond. We were able to create a comfortable space by making little changes within the MUN concept. First, we had a trilingual committee, topics that were timely and as well as local in certain committees. Special brainstorming sessions beyond the formal MUN procedures, which gave every student an opportunity to voice their opinion. And on behalf of this 2008 SLMUN committee and delegates, I believe one of the most memorable experiences that year was the closing ceremony. So let me set the scene again. It was at the BMICH main hall, and every single seat was filled. It was overflowed. All the lights were turned off, and a video started playing. The background music was the famous yet timely song, I Dare You to Move by Switchfoot. 30 seconds into the video, 1,000+ phone lights popped up, and everybody was holding hands and singing along. It literally gave us goosebumps. And at that moment, we knew that all the hard work was worth it. Now, fast forward 13 years, each of us who were involved in SLMUN then are now young professionals professionals in different capacities in different fields. And when we look back, we learned how to take risks. We learned how to manage people. We learned how to deal with internal drama. We learned how to say the nastiest thing in the nicest way. We learned how to work as a team. We learned how to respect each other. We learned how to build long-lasting relationships. Do you know what those skills describe? A successful professional, a robust leader, an entrepreneur, a manager, and all in all, a valuable contributing member of the society. However, at that time, we didn't realize we were gaining all those skills. We were a group of teenagers, mainly 16-year-olds, trying to pull off one of the largest conferences in Sri Lanka in just under 8 months. Remember, as Steve Jobs once said, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So, from Steve Jobs, let's bring the focus back to one of our own, our SG, Venuri. I asked her a simple question. As the SG, what is your perfect vision for the world? And her answer was, people to understand that everyone is different and accept those differences. I'm going to repeat it again. People to understand that everyone is different and accept those differences. To be honest, it was such a profound statement that blends so well with this year's theme, redefining global diplomacy. So during the next 2.5 days, you delegates will be stepping into the shoes of diplomats, talking about world issues. While that knowledge about global issues is crucial in building the next generation of diplomats, there are certain skills that you need to polish today to truly start redefining global diplomacy. That starts by understanding that everyone is not the same, that everyone is fighting for something that they believe in. Your goal as a delegate is not, I repeat it again, is not to go up on the podium and destroy each other's points. A true diplomat is an individual who is willing to step into the shoes of each other, who is willing to listen to each other, who is willing to negotiate, who is willing to come up with a solution that makes the world a better place. And that's how we all win. And last but not least, I just want to say thank you, Alama sir, for being there for us and for the next generation of leaders. From day one, you've always pushed us to think out of the box and taught us that nothing is impossible. So thanks to you, we stand here today about to declare open the 11th session of Sri Lanka Model United Nations. Please give a well-deserved round of applause to our Charge d'Affaires, Mr. Arvind. Thank you, sir. Well, delegates, good luck for the next 2.5 days. And do not forget to have some fun while you're trying to make the world a better place. Let me leave you with a few words from Winston Churchill. Diplomacy is the art of telling people to go to hell in such a way that they ask for directions. Thank you. Good luck.